Biggest problem is weird. Like on one hand, it's a love-hate thing where I like that after a long winter, it's nice to have warmer weather. But at the same time, it kind of sucks because we have so much snow that when it's warm during the day, everything kind of melts a little bit, and then when it freezes at night, it just makes ice everywhere.
Okay, I think we're live. I think we're good. I think we're rolling. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay and the sound is coming through. Mr. Gabby is in the house already. Good evening, Mr. Gabby. Okay, I'm going to go with that everything is working okay because we haven't actually got anybody to say hello to us tonight. It's first time in weeks. But we'll go ahead and we'll get a game set up. I think it might just be the three of us. We might have to have some random to make the fourth party up.
I might have someone on my friend list too. We'll see. But randos are fine too.
Either one. Okay, so if this is your first time here, this is welcome to the channel, and do a weekly video. We have this week's video. It's premiering straight after this live stream, so make sure you stick around for that. That's a chat with Mark Dara. I'm so excited. I was so excited about. But yeah, we have a weekly stream, which is this, and I hope to see a few future ones as well. So. Okay, let's get a match going. Private. We're starting off with bronze.
That's your call.
We'll do a bronze match just to ease our way into it. Then we'll go for a silver one next time round.
Yeah, anything's fine with me. I've been practicing all week.
There we go. So invites are.
So is anyone getting? Sorry.
Go for it.
Oh, I was just going to say, is anyone excited at all about the Olympics? I completely forgot they were on, but I guess it's right next month, a week or two. I think they start.
Not really. No, and they got a load of like genocide stuff going on over there at the minute.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of. I don't want to get political or anything, but yeah, I just thought it'd be. Like I said, I just completely forgot they were even happening until I was like, oh yeah, that's a thing. I saw a newspaper this morning.
Yeah, far as I was aware that our government have got a diplomatic boycott of it, and that's the only reason why I know that they're on. That was in the news. Nothing other, but like you say, I don't want to get political. So, but yeah, no, it didn't really interest me that, to be honest. Smash.
Okay, I got the game on. I got music playing. Do you hear anything in the background?
No, you sound fine, Curtis.
Okay. I think I got it solved. And I'm playing this on my new computer too, so.
Ah, wonderful. Right.
And it's in full screen too. Still that little bitty pulsar stamp.
So no excuse tonight then.
Yeah.
You can see Tim die 500 times a match in ultra 4K quality.
For me, I still get killed too, so I'm new though, so. I got a new gun too, Tim. I don't think I got it on this one yet, but
All right. What gun is it?
what was it? Super Sky? Oh, here it is.
Ooh.
Oh, the Turian sniper rifle.
Yeah. I kind of like it. I gotta get used to it though.
Ah, Carla's in the house. Hollywood guys in the house. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm going to have to be completely honest with you, Carla. I've pinched your conversation topic from Twitter for tonight's stream, as I actually quite like it. So I thought other people could give us their headcanons as well.
Some good work down there. Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
Oh, not silent. Never mind.
Enemies approaching. Understood.
Yeah, I quite liked it. It was it got me thinking. That's for sure. Yes, PSR. I am on PC.
Enemies down. Good shooting. Enemy is regrouping.
But you can tell Tim's playing because he's shooting me.
TJ team was shot down.
Well, you know what it's like.
Crack the security on the exposed.
You never actually want to be with me in a real life squad. As yeah, you wouldn't survive very long. So come on, Hollywood guy. What is your headcanon for Mass Effect? Do you have one? We'll start the conversation properly this week, not kind of just dance around the subject. Who's that?
As the security protocols have been breached, maintain connection.
Do you have paintball in the UK? I'd be on your team, Tim.
Yeah, we do got paintball. I'm no good at that either, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm pretty old now, so I've lost a step, but on any given day, I can still be half decent.
All clear. Good work. Enemy is still active.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the only one, but it kind of blew my mind the other day when I realized that I've been alive longer in the 2000s than I have in the 1900s.
Yeah, don't be going down that road. Make me feel old. Have I noticed when playing Mass Effect 3 there's a focus on the red and blue lighting? No, I can't say I have, to be honest. Is it focus on red and blue lighting? Do you mean in the actual story mission games or the multiplayer?
Some fine work, team. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload. Here they come. Contact.
Hot dog. I see it. Phone battery is at 4%. Ah, no, no way. Well, save it until after the stream because the video's out. The interview with Mark Darrow's out, and yours and Hollywood guys' questions are in it. So if you want an answer to your question, save the battery on your phone.
I still can't believe you didn't ask him why Wynn was such a terrible character.
If you'd sent me the question before I'd interviewed him, I would have asked him.
Capability.
I've been talking about it nonstop for like 6 months.
Enemy has planted communication routers.
Also, Curtis, you really need to play Dragon Age so you can join my team. Because I feel like Tim's makes me out to be the bad guy all the time.
Is that on EA Play?
The game's older than Dirt, so I assume so. Actually, I believe Origin has a Lunar New Year sale. Or not, and Steam does too. I think you can get it for like $5.
Perry's here.
If it's,
How you
if
doing,
it's
Perry?
not on EA Play.
Oh, I'll download that tonight. So, which Dragon Age?
Origins is the first one.
Ow. Yeah, that was the wrong one. I think it was actually on Twitter the other day. You know, Wynn has come across as like this elderly lady that's, you know, all wise and stuff. Apparently she's in her 40s. And the woman that wrote her, she was like 22, 23 when she wrote her or something. And so to her, 40 was ancient back then. It's like,
It's not surprising. BioWare has a habit of doing that. No, I mean, like, Hackett looks like he's 70, and apparently he's only, like, what? So I think was born in 2134, so he's only... So yeah, he's only in his 50s. In his mid-50s during the game, and he looks like 20 years older than that.
Team member has gone dark.
Alistair was 19 in I suppose he does come across as being quite young, doesn't he? Does that mean you can actually make
Did
Alistair
they ever...
king?
Sorry.
Enemy is regrouping.
That mean you can actually make Alistair king at like 19 years old?
Here they come. Spotted them.
Alistair's never in my party that long, so I'm gonna say maybe.
How old is Shepard? He's 29? was he?
Shepard's 29 in the first game. Shepard's birthday is April 11th, 2154.
And Liara is only 106. Oh, that was just a bit mean. Squad member does need help.
Yeah, I was sorry are like reverse Twi'leks.
Trying to save you there, Tim.
Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
That's alright, Hollywood guy. I've been called far worse. Don't worry.
Bogeys incoming.
Well, you're not that old. I think you're only a year older than me.
I think I'm older than you guys. I'm 55.
I'm so old, I remember when floppy disks were actually floppy. My first computer saved things on cassette tape because disks didn't exist.
It makes this kind of whirring sound when you load it up. King of Uganda is the youngest reigning monarch, and he was only 3 when he was crowned. There we go. I did not know that. Imagine being 3.
Now I'm imagining half the chat saying, "What's a cassette tape?"
Clean sweep. Well done. Enemy is regrouping. Time
The
to
things you used to record songs off the radio on, wasn't it?
Bogeys incoming.
Believe it or
Only
not, this
slightly
will-
newer than 8-track.
Believe it or not, they're slowly coming back.
Harry still uses a Walkman.
Everything old seems to be popular again.
It always does though. Everything kind of comes round in circles, doesn't it? It was only a few years ago that flares was back in fashion.
Well, and I mean, there's probably a reason every game these days, like even the brand new ones, still release their soundtrack on vinyl.
Bad thing about these new vinyls, they don't press them like they used to anymore. Lack of quality control.
So nobody's actually given me the headcanons yet.
Outstanding work.
What, headcanons about what?
Is regrouping.
Mass Effect.
Well, just in general, do you mean like what Shepard does after the end of the third game, or?
Yeah. That's if you've got a headcanon for it. My headcanon is that I always play as a soldier class for the Mass Effect 1. And then I kind of get the biotics and that from the implants that Cerberus used to rebuild us. That's my kind of headcanon that I use. I quite like. Makes a bit more sense.
Ah, yeah, I'm still kind of doing it, so I don't know what real canon is on it.
I don't know if it counts as a headcanon, but my fan fiction I've been writing is told from the perspective of a 13th squad member I created for Mass Effect 2.
Alright. Who's that?
He's apparently the only person of all the companions in the third game who stays, or in the second game, who stays loyal to Cerberus after the end of the second game. I've actually got quite a bit written. I can post some of them in the Discord if anyone's interested.
Yeah, go for it. I'll have a read. Oh, no ammo. Hollywood Guy tries a different class in each playthrough to see the different results. Some fun, not so fun. Which ones is not so fun then, Hollywood Guy?
I don't know if I'd say it's not fun per se, but I find playing as a sentinel to be kind of boring.
Squad member has flatlined.
Sentinel. What powers does Sentinels get?
Well done, team.
Tech armor, throw, and then it's a split between tech and biotic powers. I
Gotcha.
just find you can build them like tanks for defense, and then you pretty much just stand there, and once you get a half decent gun, you just can't be killed. I mean, especially in the second game, if you combine your tech armor and then take the heavy death shield boost as your bonus power, even on insanity, it's pretty much impossible to lose your shields. Never mind your health.
So Carla's headcanon is, because I play Renegade, my Shepherd is jaded and corrupt as fuck. Although 1 and 2, because of the losses pre-game. She made an impact and become more practical and caring.
Visual on the LZ.
Good, I like that. And then we've got Perry's headcanon is that Shepherd's mum and Hackett is this is Shepherd's no, Shepherd is Hackett's illegitimate child.
Well, Hackett's only 20 years older than Shepard, so he must have had him young then.
Hollywood guy agrees with your service. Okay.
About what? That wind's terrible?
Did I? No, you did. Yes, he did actually, Perry.
No word of a lie. The first 2 or 3 times I played Dragon Age, I didn't even know Wynn was a potential companion. I thought she was a mini boss you had to beat in order to progress through the tower.
Why did he go in there to slaughter everybody?
No, but she's just so confrontational and she hates Morgan for no reason. And I'm like, oh, okay, she's needlessly bitchy about everything. And she's like, you're bad. I'm like, I came here to save people. And she's like, yeah, but you're bad. And you're traveling with a wild one. Like, okay. So, and your point is, like, I'm trying to help people.
But,
hey, Curtis, you beat Tim that round.
Oh, I did. I didn't see that. Oh, wow.
I took a screenshot.
I've been that new gun.
must have been. I just want to open one of these pack things. Welcome to the crew.
Sorry about that, Tim.
Tim's gonna have to bring his A game now. You put him on blast.
I think he was too busy trying to kill you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess Tim doesn't like Americans.
Oh, I'll keep this guy.
Actually, that's a good point. I've often wondered, how do they, since you're English, how do they teach like about the American Revolution in English, like high school? Do you call it like Happy Insurrection Day, or what is that?
What's that? Sorry?
Like in high school, when you're learning about the American Revolution, do they call it like Insurrection Day, or like how do they teach that in school?
I don't think they do, to be honest.
A tactically significant area has been located. Enemy forces are advancing.
Did you happen to get Morgan's son in a playthrough?
talking to me or are you just asking as a question?
Hollywood guy's asking us a question.
Yeah, I got Morgan pregnant in my playthrough.
Yeah, Hollywood guy, you have to import a... I don't know if it comes as a default world state, actually. But, yeah, if you import a world state where either the Warden or Alistair went through the Dark Ritual with Morrigan, then she'll appear in Inquisition with the God Baby. I think it's the God Baby.
Squad member has flatlined. Team member offline.
I get killed by saving Tim.
Oh, I should have got some health, shouldn't I? Oh, this is a good start, isn't it? Yeah, so it's on you now, Manning.
Squad member offline.
That was quick, thank you.
Returning to base. Enemy force approaching.
That was wave 1 as well. Oh, it doesn't bode well, does it?
I forgot we switched to silver, but it's alright.
Shield down.
Go try platinum. I tried that the other day. It worked out.
What, on your own there, Curtis?
Yeah, believe it or not, there are rewards in this game for soloing platinum missions.
I thought I could do it, but I couldn't do it.
Talia's just... Ooh, get off me. Talia's just arrived.
Team member has gone dark.
When does it's straight after this live stream, Hollywood guy. So hopefully, if I've set everything up all right, when the live stream finishes, you'll be directed straight to the premiere of the video. That's the plan, anyway.
He landed right on top of me, man.
Ah.
Member down.
Perry's headcanon is me on the floor.
We have some important enemy personnel in the area. Locate those targets. Take them out.
All I do is all that happens is I get abuse. This is the Saturday abuse stream, isn't it?
Target is down. Team, new enemy target in play.
Oh, we got Perry in the house, Tim.
Yes. Yes, Curtis, she's here.
The targets are down. Keep on. A new high-value target on the field.
Next time I play, sorry for her.
Yeah, this character's damage output is ridiculous, but he's pretty squishy.
Target. Go get him. Squad member needs help. Targets are eliminated. Good work.
Ah.
was missing this last week, guys. That BioWare just missed an opportunity. So when Shepard was fighting with himself on the ship, I was thinking I should have used a female Shepard on that one.
That's going a bit crazy, isn't it? I feel I need to change weapons.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, that's a quick
Enemy is
map.
regrouping.
So is Win really only supposed to be 40? Wow, I thought she was like a grandmother.
Yeah, that's
Force approaching.
yeah. She's only supposed to be it's like mid-40s, I think.
I turned 39 in a couple months, and that makes me feel bad. Because she looks ancient.
I say I've literally just turned 41 like a couple of weeks ago. Like Alistair's calling her grandma and getting him to mend his socks and things. That's what grandmas do. Go away! Who's shooting me?
Not me.
I'm reading only one more left. One more left.
The average life expectancy during the 12th to 19th centuries is approximately 55 years. So, according to that, Win is actually pretty old. According to Perry.
Enemies inbound. Copy that.
Win's an archmage, though, so she probably has fancy magic that lets her not die.
True.
I mean, at least until I stab her, that is.
And if the the sorceresses from The Witcher, she's probably even a lot older than that. But kind of losing magic to make herself appear younger.
Does anyone actually log on to Witcher to play the game, though, or did they just log on to play Gwent?
I love Gwen.
First time I ever see a bullet that glaze your eyes. Uh-oh.
You've never been to North Carolina, then?
Some ammo. 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 I've not seen much information on the new Dragon Age. Unfortunately not, no. The only thing I do know is that it's probably not going to be out this year. But, like, no ammo.
Yeah. We have a saying in North Carolina that if it grows, it'll stick you, and if it crawls, it'll bite you.
Important intel buried in network down there.
Pretty much the same as
Local server to
Australia.
data.
Anything, everything wants to eat you there. Plants, animals, insects.
Well, that's why I think Australia, that's why God isolated it. It's out in the middle of nowhere for a reason.
For all we know, magic can shorten the lifespan. Also take into account mages live in prisons, and so that could shorten it even further. Good point, actually.
Find that server and start the upload ASAP. Team member has gone dark.
That was really weird.
Is that Scion dead?
Yeah, I think so.
We got it. Squad member has flatlined.
If there's a more annoying enemy in any game ever than a possessed Scion, I don't want to know what it is. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Ow.
I try to be there. Oh! I think I can, but I'm blocked both directions.
Looks like Tally's been on the old spirits. Did the real? Yes, they have real loaded the teaser. Carla. They've taken out some of the... A couple of things have taken out. It's the bit where you hear the space chatter. Is it the Apollo 11 space chatter, I think? Yeah, copyright issues. What? Who's shooting me?
Squad member in trouble. Squad member down.
It's just the same Hollywood guy. It's, there's no new footage on there. It's just taking a couple of bits out, that's all. Nice to see you, Perry. Thank you very much for popping by. Have a nice weekend.
Don't play us sorry for him.
Ow.
Team member is hurt. Sensors tell me only one. Well done, team. That's it. Enemy is regrouping. Bogies incoming. Understood. Contact.
Does anybody have any more headcanons they'd like to share?
I wrote a story, a brief story about the... Do you remember the Quarian you meet on the Citadel of Mass Effect 2 is being harassed by the Volus?
No.
The Volus thinks she stole his credit shit, but
yeah,
he
that's-
actually just left it at a store.
Yeah. Mass Effect 2, yeah.
That character interested me, and I kind of was upset they never went anywhere with it. So I wrote a brief story about how she actually ended up joining Cerberus because a Cerberus person found her before Shepard and defended her instead. So I wrote her a bit of a backstory about how everyone ended.
Sweet. What she did?
Or like dirt.
What did she do in
she
Cerberus?
ends up joining Cerberus because a Cerberus person was the person who helped her.
Squad member has flatlined. Squad member in trouble.
No. No. We're all dead. Wave 9 as well.
That was so bad because I was in the process of switching to my rocket launcher so I could just fire a missile straight down and kill everything. But yeah.
Ooh, was that you, Curtis?
It might be. Oh, why? Can you still hear me?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of feedback on that, mate.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, it's. Hold on here. I have to unplug it here and restart it. Let's see. I got it now.
No, it's still quite loud, mate.
Still hear me? Okay, I'm gonna have to.
That's it. Right. Should we do? Should we stay with silver, or do you want to drop it down to bronze again? I think maybe we'd stick with silver. We didn't do too bad there.
Yeah, I'm fine with silver. I mean, we just kind of got the collectors are so annoying. Unless there's only 2 of us right now. Unless you want to do 1 bronze until people join.
Yeah, can do.
I'm assuming Curtis will be right back. Unless you want me to get my Geth Juggernaut, and then it'll be easy mode.
No, we'll do a bronze. What's this one?
Yeah, I just thought that Quarian, like that mission, like the first time I did it, I was like, oh, this is super cool. I can't wait to see what they do with this character, because for only being in the game for like 5 minutes, it was super interesting, and then they just did nothing with it, which I found kind of disappointing. So I created my own story for what happened to her.
What did she do in Cerberus then?
I haven't gotten that far yet. The story I wrote was just about how she met a Cerberus person and she got so fed up. Like, she was on her pilgrimage and was at the Citadel, and she was barely surviving. She even says in the game that she lives in a refugee camp with no roof and survives on nutrient paste. So it's like, so she's obviously not doing so well. And she said everyone is suspicious of her and is mean to her, and so she's like, the only person I've met since the entire time I've been here was someone from Cerberus, but everyone in the Citadel says those are the people I'm supposed to hate, so it just doesn't make sense to me. So she kind of just got fed up and was like, well, if Cerberus is going to be nice to me, I'm going to go with them, and if the flotilla has an issue with that, then I don't care, because they're the only people who've been nice to me the entire time I've been here. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
Hollywood Guy thinks that James should be in Mass Effect 4 and that Conrad Werner should join Shepard's squad. Yeah, I remember this gun.
That's another funny thing. After the end of Mass Effect 2, I remember I was convinced that Conrad was going to be in Cerberus in the 3rd game. Just because I was like, just for the hilarity. It never happened, but I wish it did.
It would have worked as well, to be fair, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I'm just saying, could you imagine, like, not to, like, it sounds hilarious, but I'm just, like, being serious for a second here. Could you imagine you get to the end of Chronos Station, you've fought through all these Cerberus troops, and then right before you go up the ramp to the Elusive Man's room, there's Conrad? I mean, like, what a twist that would have been. Like, no, I mean, like you laughed because it's legitimately hilarious, but what a twist that would have been.
It would have been even better if you're playing as a renegade, because he's such a huge fan of yours that join Cerberus
Still active. Stay alert.
to kind of oppose you because you stuck a gun in his face, sort of thing, and
Well, especially if you're full renegade, you shoot him in the foot in the second game.
I started already.
Yeah, but you should be able to just join by clicking on either Tim or my name from Origin.
Already did.
Yeah, we're only on like wave 2, so you're fine.
Alright. No idea what happened there.
I think Conrad kind of seems like the person who would have joined Cerberus anyway, because he says he's always wanting to try to help, and he wants to be a Spectre, and he wants to do what he can for humanity because the Council doesn't always treats everyone like humans like second-class citizens and all that.
yeah.
So I mean, like, him joining would have actually made a lot of sense, even if you didn't shoot him in the second game. That said, I do like how cute it is that assuming you don't get him killed, Conrad and Jenna get together in the third game.
That only works if you save Jenna, though, doesn't it? You have to do Jenna's mission in Mass Effect 1.
Well, yeah, but I mean, can she actually die? I mean, there's a whole bunch of ways to do that mission, and I'm pretty sure they all involve her living.
Yeah, if you don't get her out, I'm pretty sure she gets found out, doesn't she?
I've never seen that happen, but you may be right.
I would like to see Conrad as the Citadel in the Citadel DLC, and as the end boss wanting revenge after all the suffering that Shepard put him through. See, it would make sense, wouldn't it?
You got them all. Objective completed.
Well, yeah, that Conrad could finally go rogue after Shepard didn't invite him to the party.
Clean sweep. Well done. Enemy is still active. Stay alert. Enemies approaching.
I just always thought that BioWare kind of, I don't know if they did it intentionally, but there's like 45 companions in the second game, and you'd think, like, of all of them, I mean, people like Garrison Tally make sense, but of everyone on the Normandy in the second game, not a single one of them stayed loyal to Cerberus in the third game. Like, they missed I think they could have made like a really touching scene where you had to kill someone that you spent the whole second game working with.
Yeah, that was a proper missed opportunity to be fair.
Some fine work, team. Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
I mean, even if it was just like Ken or Gabby or Kelly or something.
He's incoming.
I mean, it's a real missed opportunity with Kyle Lang. It could have been.
Oh, yeah, if he
part of
was Yeah, if he was a character, a companion or a squad mate in the second game, yeah. They could have even made him romanceable, because if you're up on his character, by the time Mass Effect 2 takes place, he'd already broken up with Maya, so he would have been single anyway.
This sounds like a video idea. This, you know, missed opportunities of the Mass Effect series.
Well, I think there's a whole bunch. You could make a missed opportunities video just with Kai Lang, because when I know Mass Effect 3 was rushed, but all the novels he was in were already out well before the game came out. Like, they could have included like the whole storyline with what Lang did to Arya's daughter, what he did to Anderson, but then he let Anderson live. I mean, you could make an entire video about that just for things they missed with Lang. Never mind everyone else. Especially the whole thing with Arya's daughter, because just given Arya's personality, that she wouldn't have taken well to that.
We got half the upload. Keep going.
Thanks a lot for coming, Mr. Gabby. Take it easy. So the question would be, who would be a Cerberus sympathizer? Here's a twist. Garrus is a double agent, and then you had to shoot him. That wouldn't have gone down well at all with a lot of people.
Well, I mean, like, to be fair, Jacob always had one foot out the door when you talk to him. But, I mean, Miranda's such a Cerberus cheerleader. I mean, she flipped surprisingly quickly.
She did. I do like to take her on that final mission, just so that you can see her telling the elusive man to do one.
You know who one of my surprisingly, because most of his dialogue in the game is so boring, but one of my favorite people to take on that mission is Grunt. Because I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's the only character who says saving the base for Cerberus is a good idea. Yeah, he says, I forget the exact line, but he's like, when people are like, no, we don't need this, we shouldn't do it. And then Grunt's like, if someone hands you a weapon and you refuse to use it, you're an idiot.
Sounds like him.
No, I mean, he's got a proper point, to be fair. I mean, even if you hate Cerberus and you're the most ultimate Paragon who ever Paragoned, I mean, I think I would still save the base just on principle. I mean, the Reapers aren't just, you know, like your average everyday army. I mean, you take every advantage you can get in that battle, at least in my opinion.
Here they come.
First time been killed.
I mean, sometimes logic just has to trump personal feelings, I guess.
Some fine work, team.
Enemy neutralized.
Enemy
It's
is
like the first time I played Dragon Age Origin, I spent the entire game, I was like, I can't wait to meet Logain again, I'm gonna rip his head off. And then I finally got there, and he explained why he did what he did, and I was like, all ready to yell, and I was like, actually, you kind of have a very valid point.
I've just finished the Calling, the second book in the lead up to Origins. It does the first book is more to do with Logain and that, and he's in it, but it does give you a completely different perspective of him.
squad member in trouble.
Well, I mean, like, Kalen genuinely seems like a nice person, but he's also an idiot. So, I mean, not saying Logain's certainly not a saint, but I completely understand why he did what he did.
Top marks, team.
Clear.
Enemy is regrouping.
I mean,
Nice.
don't they even say nice guys finish last anyway?
We have some enemy persons of interest in your area. Find the targets and finish them.
Come on.
Which characters did you want to see more of Mass Effect 2 and 3? You like better story arc, but not a love interest? Ooh, that's a good question. Ooh.
For me, I'm gonna say Shaira, or sorry, Shiala, the other one.
Squad member has flatlined. Team member is hurt. Good job. Target offline. Enemy target has been moved.
I don't know. Probably more
Team member has gone dark.
Aiden or Caden or Ashley. I was a bit disappointed they had a really small part in it.
Time is short. Get to your target.
Yeah, I suppose they just show up for 5 minutes and call you a terrorist and then leave.
Yeah.
Have the targets taken down. Nice one. We've marked the new target.
I mean, it was nice that you got introduced to a load of new characters, and they didn't bring everybody back, and I kind of see why, because they have to say, look, it's been 2 years since your crew, people have moved on and stuff.
Target offline.
I kind of get that, but
Go get him.
they could have still done more with them, I think. Have them show up a few more times, and even though they can't join your crew,
Mission accomplished. All targets down.
they could be investigating the same sort of things that you are.
I mean, that's what I've always... It's so weird. Out of all... Garrus and Tali are the only people who give you the benefit of the doubt. And you're like, maybe I'm working with Cerberus for a good reason.
Some fine work, team.
We're clear.
Enemy is
I mean, I can't be the only person who, at the start of Mass Effect 3, right after you've talked to the Council, when you're talking to them about the catalyst, and then the Turian Counselor comes over and he's like, well, we want to help you, but we can't. We have to secure our own borders against the Reapers. I mean, I don't know how BioWare didn't include a Renegade option where you could be like, ah, yes, Reapers, using air quotes.
That would have been brilliant.
shuttle on its way. Find the LZ.
Ah, push the wrong button. Hot Dog's back and he's going to give us some more Destiny 2 lore. absolutely fantastic. I have no idea what you're going to talk about, but I'm sure it'll still be entertaining nonetheless.
I'd be curious to know what he thinks about my fan theory about Destiny, that the Guardians are actually the bad guys.
Visual on the LZ. Starting final approach.
Hot Dog says the Guardians are not the bad guys.
Shuttles ready for dust-off. Can't wait here all day. Team secured. Enemies down. Good shooting.
Nicely job. Right, we've got 20 minutes. What do you want to do?
If you've only got 20 minutes, probably a bronze match, because the silver is going to take the better part of half an hour.
If you want a shorter one, you can always do the platinum.
I mean, we could probably almost fit in 2 bronze matches.
Maybe.
Or maybe
Yeah.
1 silver. I don't know. If I use my big guess.
Let's do 1 silver then. One silver. Get some equipment on. Equipment. Health. Go for it. Go for it.
Okie dokie.
Hot Dog would like to hear the Guardians are evil theory.
This location has been overrun.
I'm just saying,
We need you to lock it down.
I'm having a brain fart at the moment, but I know he'll know what I'm talking about. The big, giant moon things that you're fighting against, just if you understand what they're trying to do, and then you realize what the Guardians are doing, it just makes me personally think that they're both working towards the same end. I mean, I've played enough Destiny to know what's going on, but my knowledge of the lore is admittedly probably not anywhere near what Hot Dogs is. It's just a personal opinion. When I was reading what was kind of going on.
I like this rifle. It's like sticking armor piercing mod on it, and it's like one-shot kills.
What rifle's that?
It is the M99 Saber.
Oh yeah, that gun's hilarious. I love it. It's wildly impractical, but if you can aim it, it's amazing.
That's all of them. Good work. Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
Yeah, the
It
Guardians.
makes such a satisfying sound when you fire it too. Sorry?
Hot Dogs replied. He says Guardians are denying the pyramids, and they could be considered evil. But in D2 Beyond Light, Guardians use the darkness. I have no idea what that now. I assume you do.
Like I said, I know enough. I've played enough Destiny to know what's going on, but I certainly am not an expert.
Shield down.
And like I said last week, I'm pretty sure Destiny 2 is still free on Steam if you want to check it out. I know you often say you're not a fan of looter shooters, but I mean, if it's free, you can probably throw in a couple hours.
Maybe I wish I had a couple of hours.
Enemy's down. Good shooting. Enemy is still active.
Wait.
Stay alert.
Well, you're not done baking cakes for the year?
No, not quite.
Opportunity to eliminate some high-ranking enemy personnel. Find those targets. Take them out.
I mean, all I'm saying is my better half's birthday and Valentine's Day are 5 days apart, and I can still find some free time. So if I can, then you can too.
Confirmed. Target taken out. New target spotted. Target's confirmed dead. Enemy target has been marked. Target's still in play. Step on it. Confirmed. Target down. Last high-value target spotted. Take him down.
Ah,
Mission accomplished. All targets down. Team member has gone dark. Only one more enemy.
oh, I see. You're getting your own butt now, here.
Oh, you're not an enemy? I'm sorry.
Enemy is regrouping.
Be back, huh?
Enemies inbound. Squad member needs help.
Oh, has he squished me already? That was rude.
here. I didn't see you die again there, Tim. Oh, man. Where'd you come from? They sneak up on you.
Outstanding work. Hostiles neutralized. Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
What wave are we up to?
Enemy force approaching.
Wave 5.
Acknowledged.
Oh, nice. Just disintegrated right in front of me. Which Easter egg character should have more story in Mass Effect 3? For Hollywood guy, it's Garrus' dad, and how he escaped Pal and ended up on Andromeda.
Yeah, I think Castus should have had more screen time.
I think with the Legendary Edition they should have put more in to do with the with Andromeda. I mean, they couldn't do it the originally, the first time around because they made it, but
No, that's what I mean. Like I've always said,
Enemy down to 50%
I mean,
strength.
with Drac, you meet half of his clan in the second game, but there's like no tie-in.
Personnel are on
Like
Yeah.
they could have, it would have been the easiest thing in the world to just do
targets. You know what
even just something minor with it, but they did literally nothing.
eliminated. New strategic target is in play.
oh, run away!
Team member offline. Time is running out. Eliminate the target. Squad member needs
Dude just stepped on me.
time is
Let's
short.
get
Get
that.
to your target.
Let's get in that second target.
Yes, the targets are down. Keep on. New enemy target in play. Confirm your kill. Hostile enemy target spotted. Take him down.
Ah,
Targets are cleared. Excellent work. Squad member down.
yeah. So I mean, even they could have made like a little cutscene, I think,
Down to one.
just to, as you're playing through Mass Effect 2. Didn't have to be a big thing,
Accomplished.
but just so that you could see Shepard's reaction to watching Andromeda, the crew of Andromeda leave.
Hostiles!
They left under secret though, didn't they? So that no one would shoot them down.
I don't know, did they?
I could be wrong, but I'm like 90% sure that the whole point was no one knew what the Reapers were, but like the higher ups knew, but like none of the regular people did. But the higher ups were like, yeah, we need to get these people out before the Reapers show up. Like, I think that was a thing, which, like I said, again, I could be wrong, but I think that was why it was launched and the initiative was rushed and then launched with such secrecy.
Okay, this makes sense, I suppose.
Because, I mean, you have to figure, even if no one believed in the Reapers, Harbinger wasn't going to let that many people just peace out and head off to a different galaxy if he knew about them.
Oh.
And that's another thing I've always wondered. Do you think the other Reapers call Harbinger Harby?
Maybe just the boss. But I suppose, as well, with Harbinger, they kind of built Harbinger up to be, you know, the whole leader of the Reapers. And you speak to him in Arrival, and he's the one that, I suppose you do get to take him out, but he's the one that's supposed to be guarding the transport up to the Citadel, isn't it? He's the one you take out with the rockets. You have to reprogram the.
No, that's just a regular Reaper destroyer.
Oh, is it?
Harbinger guards the beam itself.
Oh, right, okay. So yeah, there's no. There's no kind of.
Well, I mean, Harbinger's 2 kilometers tall. It's not like it would have been pretty difficult to have a proper battle with him. I mean, like, it's the same thing in the first game with Sovereign. You don't fight Sovereign, you fight Saren.
Yeah, but you still see the destruction of Sovereign.
Yeah, when he blows up because 50,000 million ships shoot rockets at him. I mean, what's one person on the ground going to do against a 2 kilometer long ship? I mean, even the regular Reaper destroyers are 168 meters tall. I mean, that's plenty huge for a large boss battle. Are you familiar with Dark Souls at all, Tim?
Well, I've never played it. I know of it. But Dark Souls and the other one.
Sekiro, you mean?
No. There's Dark Souls and there's
Ah,
Needs help.
Oh, what do you call them? It's like another series that but it's pretty much exactly the same.
Squad member has flatlined. Squad member offline.
That's going to annoy me.
Team member offline.
We're not finished.
Squad member needs help.
Demon Souls. Thank you, hot dog. Or Bloodborne. Yeah, Bloodborne. That's the other one I was thinking of.
Team member offline.
But yeah, those
Team member is hurt.
again. They don't appeal to me because apparently the combat is just
Outstanding work.
ridiculously hard, and then if you fail at that, you've got to go back to some campfire that's like
Messenger with enemy fleet in
2 hours gameplay away or something. And I
They're
just
bonfires, not campfires.
okay, same difference. And yeah,
No, but I was gonna. Sorry.
I was going to say I just haven't got the patience these days for stuff like that.
Yeah, I was just gonna. Do you know? Are you familiar with who Ornstein and Smog are?
No.
Squad member in trouble.
Oh, that's why I got killed, was it?
we're all in trouble.
Offline.
Yeah. There's a turret there.
I got it.
Okay.
No, so in the first Dark Souls, there's a boss you have to do. It's two people, they're Ornstein and Smog, and one's a like lightning fast ninja, and the other's a gigantic, huge dude with a huge hammer. And it was just something my missus suggested once that would have made the Kai Lang fight a lot more interesting, was because that battle against Lang is just him and then a whole bunch of throwaway troops. She said it would have been a lot more interesting because he's already like a fast little ninja. If there had been another Cerberus character that they'd built up a little bit, but who could have been like a big, like 7 foot tall, 350 pound guy, and then you would have had to fight the two of them at the same time, so it would have been similar to that battle. I don't know, it was an interesting idea she suggested. And if anyone in the chat's familiar with Dark Souls, I'll be curious to know what they think of that.
We got a squad member in trouble.
Hey, there you
Rather
go.
than just having a whole bunch of just throwaway Cerberus troops that mean nothing, you could have been two characters that you actually had some interactions with. And to be fair, I think you'd like Dark Souls. Like, the games are harder than Dirt, but like when you die, it always feels like your fault. Like, they're not cheap hard; they're like skill hard.
Shuttle inbound. Get to the
Yeah.
LZ.
I've heard that because this is one game that I'm going to play. The Star Wars, the Jedi
Team member offline.
army. Fallen Order, is it?
Fallen Order, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that's got a similar kind of combat to the Dark Souls.
It's similar, but it's a lot easier.
It's alright then.
Squad member in trouble. We're getting there. Find the LZ.
Also, apparently, I like to think I'm pretty knowledgeable about Star Wars, but I'm not a super expert. But I remember a lot of people were like super excited for it because apparently the fact that Cal can use an orange lightsaber in that game makes a whole bunch of stuff that Disney made not canon canon again.
I don't know.
Approaching LZ. Get moving.
They got more than one.
I didn't think.
And I guess. Sorry.
I was going to say I didn't think that the coloured lightsabers really had mattered that much.
I forget the specifics, but there's a bunch of channels I follow on YouTube that said there was something very specific about being able to use an orange lightsaber that meant something.
Nice. And look at that.
Anyway,
5 minutes over time.
Speaking of Star Wars, when are we going to have a ploppy guild on the Old Republic so we can get a big old clan boat?
I'm up for that anytime. I have to
I guess
start.
because I think normally once in a while BioWare has a sale and you can transfer your characters from one, because I play on Starforge normally because I'm obviously in America, but they'll have sales every now and then where you can transfer your characters for like five cartel coins instead of 90 or whatever it normally is.
Yeah.
So I could swap all my characters over to, I think Darth Malgus is the English
Yeah, that's the one I'm on.
speaking European server. Yeah. So next time there's a sale, I can just transfer all my characters over, and yeah.
I think I've already got a guild ship under one of my. If I've still got the character, I don't know if I've still got the character or not. Actually, I did have a guild ship because someone gave me it. So, right. That brings us to the end of today's stream. I will be in the chat room for the premiere of the video of speaking to Mark Dara, which is coming up in about 20 minutes. So hopefully you'll get redirected there. I want to say a big thank you to Curtis and to Cerberus Guy for the game. And so yeah, if you've enjoyed this multiplayer, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll be back again next week for some more multiplayer shenanigans. Have a wonderful week, and big thank you to everyone that's popped in the chat. Hollywood Guide, Hot Dog, Nico, Perry was in earlier, Carla was here, Mr. Gabby, and everybody else that's come back and said hello, and even the people that aren't saying hello. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next week.
Fun.
Thanks, everyone.
Look.
See you guys next time.